Hurricane Lee continues to quickly make its way north, headed toward either the very outer edge of Nova Scotia or headed right into eastern Canada. Tropical storm warnings are up for all of the coastal spots across New England until you hit the southern coastlines of Connecticut and Rhode Island. They're the only spots not under this. So all the eastern coastline for Massachusetts is underneath this tropical storm warning. I do think it's going to be worse out across the outer Cape, and then of course Nantucket is probably going to be dealing with some of the worst conditions as well. Highest wind, highest waves, and definitely a little bit of storm surge inundation. Not a ton. The storm surge with this is going to be fairly minor, but still could lead to a lot of coastal flooding. Rainfall is going to be fairly light. I mean, we've definitely had more rain in the last couple of weeks, but you know, it's tropical rain, so it's still pretty heavy, and it's going to impact coastal areas. It's starting to creep a little bit closer as Lee continues moving northward. For interior New England, western Mass specifically, it's going to be a lot of cloud cover and a little bit of wind, and that's it. So the tropics tracker showing Lee is still a Cat 1 hurricane, sustained wind at 80 miles an hour. I've changed the color of the cloud top so it doesn't look like rain, although you may think this still looks like rain too. But this is all cloud cover from this hurricane. So here is the center part of the storm, and I'm going to keep the satellite loop in the background so that you can see this is the center and this is the main line of its track. But this is how far east and west this storm expands. So I mean, it is huge, and because it's so big, we are going to be feeling impacts even though the center part of the storm is still way off to our east. In fact, current wind gusts already approaching 40 miles an hour for the Cape and Islands. You've got a few 30-40 mile an hour gusts in Rhode Island. And we've got some gusts 20-25 miles an hour here in the Connecticut River Valley. And we're going to continue to deal with a healthy breeze overnight. Rain, though, should miss the area. I mean, it looks like some heavier bands of rain come in late overnight into early Saturday morning for the coast. Might get a couple of showers here in our area. Might get some wind gusts of 30 to 40 miles an hour at the absolute maximum. But most wind gusts will stay lighter than that. We'll have a northwest breeze that continues throughout Saturday, which should help to keep us rain free, actually. Plus, the distance of the center part of the storm keeps most of the rain close to the coast anyway. Some pretty heavy duty wind gusts. I mean, anywhere between 50-60 miles an hour at the most, and those are pretty much going to be confined to the Cape and Islands. Boston at 50, I think that might be a little high, but it is a possibility. Then wind will start to lighten up a little bit by Saturday evening. Overnight, wind dies down completely, and then for Sunday, we'll go back to light breezes and full sunshine. Now, taking a closer look here in western Mass with year 24, temperatures aren't going to move much because we're dealing with this blanket of high cloud cover. So tonight we're going to fall back into the 50s, so it won't be as chilly as what we saw early this morning. We'll have that cloud cover lingering. There might be a shower or two that tries to creep in by sunrise out of the east, but it's a low risk, and the best chances will be well east of the Connecticut River. So Saturday morning could have a sprinkle or a brief shower. Once we hit the afternoon, I think the cloud cover starts to lift a little bit, might get a bit brighter. Any sunshine should pull us into the low to mid 70s. Now, temperatures tomorrow not warming up much again because of the cloud cover, but it should stay dry. Humidity is still very low, so it's going to be very comfortable through the weekend. Monday, dew points rise a little bit with our next weather maker, and that's going to bring the chance for showers. Some showers could creep in by Sunday night. Your game time forecast for the Pats, it looks like it's going to stay dry, just a lot of clouds, a little bit of a breeze, temperatures in the 60s. I say the best shot at seeing showers will be after midnight and will likely continue heading into early Monday morning. So Monday, as everyone heads back to work and school, might be a little damp to start the day. Then we'll dry out Monday night, and the rest of the week is looking sunny, seasonable, and very comfortable. Chris?
Janna, thanks. A French supermarket chain is using an innovative concept to alert customers about shrinkflation. The chain says it's added signs to more than 24 impacted products across its more than 5,000 stores. The chain says the impacted products have also shrunk in size while their prices have remained the same or even increased. The sign reads, quote, "This product has decreased in weight and the price applied by our provider has increased. We're committed to renegotiating this price." A spokesperson for the grocery store chain says they added the signs in an effort to be transparent with their customers. The company's CEO says he hopes the action will pressure big suppliers to lower their prices. Coming up on this Friday, today marks the start of Hispanic Heritage Month. We'll take a look back on how it got started.